Okay, so now let us see how to calculate the deflection of a beam that is overhang in condition using the unit load method. So here if you observe, you will try to understand that we have already calculated the moments corresponding to each and every portion of a beam. So the entire beam is divided into two portions. One is AB and another one is BC. So the formula for the calculation of deflection is given by capital M into small m divided by EI into dx. So here we need to accordingly adopt the same condition. So capital M into small m for AB portion and for BC portion. So let us try to do that, and accordingly we need to substitute the corresponding I value. For AB it is 2I and for BC it is I. Okay. So now delta is equal to delta C is equal to integral 0 to 6 m into m by 2ei dx. This is for AB plus integral 0 to 2 m into m by ei into dx. This is for BC. Okay. Now once we substitute, so we will substitute the value of capital M. So how much it is? 120x minus 45x square by 2. So 120x minus 45x square by 2 into small m, that is due to unit load, minus 1 by 3 into x, minus 1 by 3 into x, minus 1 by 3 into x dx plus integral 0 to 2 capital M for BC, minus 45x square by 2 and small m is minus x. So minus 45 x square by 2 into minus x dx. So now when we elaborate this, so this becomes integral 0 to 6. Okay, 120 by 3 is 40. So minus 40 x square, 45 by 3, 15. Okay, 15 by 2 plus 7.5 x cube dx plus integral 0 to 2 22.5 x cube dx. Okay. Now let us try to integrate this. So when we integrate it, we will get it as minus 40 x cube by 3 plus 7.5 x power 4 by 4, limits are 0 to 6, plus 22.5 x power 4 by 4, x power 4 by 4, limits are 0 to 2. So when we substitute the values of 0 and the corresponding values there, you will get the value of deflection. Okay, so 120x minus 1 by 3. Yeah, and one more thing here, we just forgot one thing. Into 1 by 2 will be there because it is 2ei, no? So let us put 1 by 2 here. So this becomes into 2. This also becomes into 2, because so that that's where I said ei should not be forgotten at any point of time. So here when we substitute the values, so this becomes minus 40 into 6 cube by 6 plus 7.5 into 6 power 4 by 8 plus 22.5 into 2 power 4 by 4. So when we calculate this, you will get the value as 1 second, I'll just try to calculate. So yes, so this becomes, yeah, minus 135 by EI, minus 135 by EI. So delta C is equal to minus 135 by EI. Okay. So what is this meaning? So this means that we have initially assumed deformation to be downward. So now that implies 135 by EI upward, 135 by EI upward. Okay, so this is how we need to calculate the deflection of a overhanging beam using the unit load method concept. Now we will solve one more problem associated with the cantilever. Okay, so simple. So the process is very simple. First we will try to take a beam, try to calculate the reactions if it is simply supported, and then try to apply the unit load or unit moment wherever you wanted to calculate the deformation or the rotation of a beam or a joint. And then moving forward, we will get the values as deflections. So we'll get the moments at each and every point. And once we get the moments due to external load and due to unit load, we will use the expression of delta is equal to capital M into small m by EI, and then calculate the deflection. Okay, so let us try to solve the second problem associated with unit load method. So this problem is a very good example. It's a non-uniform cross section. It's a non-uniform cross sectional beam. Non-uniform cross sectional beam. Okay, so you have a 20 kilonewton load here and a 20 kilonewton load here. This is 2I, this is I, and the distances are 2 meters and 2 meters. Okay, so in the question you need to calculate the deflection and the rotation at the free end. Determine deflection and rotation at the free end, and rotation at the free end. So given data, E is equal to 2 into 10 power 5 MPa and I is equal to 12 into 10 power 6 mm power 4. So this is already given in the problem. Okay. Now the solution, if you wanted to see this, first no need to calculate any reaction as such because it's a cantilever beam, and one note point would always be for a cantilever beam, start the analysis from free end. Start the analysis from free end. Okay. So now, so the A bit is deflection. So let us try to sketch this. So this is A, this is B, and this is C. So what all we need to calculate? Deflection. So deflection at C. So for this, remove the external loads, remove the external load, and apply unit load at C. Apply unit load at C. And for B, rotation at C. What do we need to do? Remove the external load, and apply unit moment clockwise at C. Apply unit moment clockwise, whatever the direction you assume ultimately at C. So this is how we need to solve the problem. So in both the cases, what do we need to do first? So which means the moments corresponding to this are represented as the moments are represented as m1, and here the moments are represented as m2. The moments are represented as m2. Okay. And what is capital M? Capital M is the moment due to any section because of the application of external load. Now we have to use the concept of unit load method here and draw the table, get the moments. So we need to find three types of moments. Moment at a section due to externally applied load, moment at a section due to unit load applied at the free end, and moment at a section due to unit moment applied at the free end. So I'll sketch the three cases here for a better and clear understanding. So here this is with external load. So this is 2 kilonewton. This is also 2 kilonewton. 2i, this is 2 meters, and this is also 2 meters. Then we have another case where we can take unit load applied at free end. 1 kilonewton. This is 2i, this is I, 2 meters, 2 meters. And what is the third case? Third case, unit moment applied at the free end. So unit moment applied at the free end. This is 2i, this is I, 2 meters, 2 meters. Now these are the three cases that we need to consider for the overall analysis. So when we say overall analysis, what do we need to do? We need to formulate a table and calculate the moment at every section. So let us try to take it here. So this is portion, origin, limits, mx, m1, m2, and I. Okay. So now we have A, B, C. Here also A, B, C, A, B, and C. Okay, two portions. So what are with this? So first, always start with the free end. So that is what I have written. So for a cantilever beam, start the analysis from free end. That is very important. So let us first take CB. First portion is CB, then BA. CB and BA. So portion, origin, limits, moment at a given section, and moment due to unit load, moment due to applied moment, unit moment at the free end. So for CB, I is I, and for BA, I is 2i. So for CB, what is the origin? C. What are the limits? 0 to 2. Correct, right? Now we need to take sections like this. XX for two portions. XX and here also XX. So similarly, XX. So what does this mean? So this is at a distance of X from free end. X from free end. This is also X from free end. Now our job is to write the moments at each and every point. So now what is the moment? So here I think this is 20 kilonewton. I think whatever the problem I have given, yes, it is 20 kilonewton. See that this is 20. So now right side clockwise negative. Correct, right? That's what. So minus 20 into x. See this here 20 into x. And here minus 1 into x. Because 1 kilonewton load is there. So minus 1 kilonewton into x. And what else we have? This part. So here we have 1 kilonewton meter moment. Directly take it as minus 1. Okay. Now let us go to the portion BA. B is origin. Okay. B is origin. So which means this will be x. Please see here. This will be x for this. So how do we get the moment here? See here. Because of this load, minus 20 into, we want moment at this section. So minus 20 into 2 plus x. Minus 20 into 2 plus x and minus 20 into x because there is another load. So this is very important when we write the moment. Minus 20 into 2 plus x and 20 into x. Now for this also minus 1 into how much? X plus 2. This, so see here, this into this distance, the horizontal distance, and here it is directly 1 because there is no force as such. So limits are, so whenever we take the origin or from origin it is 0. From origin it is 0. So that is 0 to 2 meters. So minus of 20 into 2 plus x, and here minus of x plus 2, and here again minus 1, again minus 1. Now what do we need? Delta. So this is the calculation of moments at any given portion. Now what do we need to calculate? Delta C is equal to integral 0 to 2 m1 by ei, okay, into dx plus integral 0 to 2 m1 by 2 ei into dx. So this is for beam CB, this is for BA. First we will calculate deflection at C, and if you want to calculate rotation at C, what do we need to do? MM2. Okay, so now let us try to substitute the values. Let us try to substitute the values to get the deflection at point C. Okay, so delta C is equal to integral 0 to 2 minus 20x into minus x, minus 20x into minus x dx plus integral 0 to 2, this is by ei, integral 0 to 2 minus of 20 plus x into 20 plus x into 20 into 2 plus x plus x minus of 20 into 2 plus x minus 20 into 2 plus x into minus x plus 2 by 2ei into dx. So let us substitute. Delta c is equal to integral 0 to 2 20 x square by ei into dx plus integral 0 to 2. So you can see here minus of minus will become plus. 22s are 40, 40x. So 22 is 40 into 2. So let me write it in a simplest way right now. So minus 40 minus 20x plus x into minus x minus 2 by 2ei into dx. Okay, it's a basic simple calculation methodology. So 20 into 2 plus x plus x. Just a second. I think 1 second. 20 into 2 plus x. So this one is 20, no? Nobody said it. Yeah, 20 into 20, 20 into 2 plus x plus 20x. So here also 20x. This is 20x. Yeah, 20x. So minus of minus will become plus overall. So I need not even substitute separately because everything will become positive. Okay. So now this will become integral 0 to 2 20x square by ei into dx plus integral 0 to 2. So once we substitute 40 plus 40x into x plus 2. 40 plus 40x into x plus 2 by 2ei dx. So that is equal to integral 0 to 2 20x square by ei dx plus integral 0 to 2 40x plus 80 plus 40x square plus 80x by 2ei dx. So once we substitute this 2a here, so 0 to 2 20x square by ei plus integral 0 to 2. So 40x plus 80x 120 by 2 60x plus 20x square plus 40 by ei dx. So let us try to integrate that. Let us try to integrate that. So this becomes 20x cube by 3 1 by ei limit 0 to 2 plus 1 by ei into, so 60x square by 2 60 20 40 60 20 and 40 60x square by 2 plus 20x cube by 3 plus 40x 0 to 2 limits. Now once we substitute it, we will get the value as 306.67 by ei. So here 1 by ei common, 20 into 2 cube by 3 plus 60 into 2 square by 2 plus 20 into 2 cube by 3 plus 40 into 2. So this becomes 320 by sorry, 306.67 by EI, 306.67 by EI. So that implies 306.67 by 2 into 10 power 5 into 10 power 4 into 12. So if you see 306.67, right? So this is in meters, so into 1000. So once we substitute it, you will get the appropriate value of delta C. We need to substitute. See, units are very, very important. So both these things are actually in mm, so E and I. So let us also put the distances also in mm. So only when we substitute in mm, you will get it. So you will get some value. Now theta C is equal to integral 0 to 2 mm2 by EI into dx plus integral 0 to 2 mm2 by 2EI mm2 by 2EI into dx. So this is for CB, this is for BA. What do we have? So integral 0 to 2 m. What is m? Minus 20x into minus 1. So that is, so minus 20x into minus 1 dx by EI plus integral 0 to 2. How much we have here? So minus 20 into 2 plus x plus 20x. Minus 20 into 2 plus x plus 20x into minus 1. So this becomes plus into dx by 2EI. So if we substitute all the values here, this becomes integral 0 to 2. You can see that. So 20x dx, 20x dx by EI plus integral 0 to 2. How much will this become? 40 plus 40x. 40 plus 40x by 2EI dx. So that means in 1 by EI common, integral 0 to 2 20x dx plus integral 0 to 2 20 plus 20x dx. Okay. So now when we integrate it, it again is straightforward expression. 20x squared by 2, sorry, 20x plus 20x squared by 2. So 20x squared by 2 plus 20x plus 20x squared by 2, 0 to 2. That is equal to 1 by EI into 20 into 2 square by 2 plus 20 into 2 plus 20 into 2 square by 2. So this will come out to be roughly around 120 by EI. So 24 80 40 40 80 40 120 by EI implies, so E is equal to 2 into 10 power 5, I is equal to 12 into 10 power 4 mm power 4. So once you substitute it, you will get the value of theta C. So this is how we try to analyze a cantilever beam also using the unit load method concept. Okay, it's a straightforward method which is very easy to solve, and slowly once you calculate the moment at each and every section, we will try to understand the procedure for calculating the deflection at any given point of a beam. Okay, so this is for today's class. So in tomorrow's class, we will try to start using the unit load method for trusses. how to use unit load method for trusses. Okay, so thank you all.